Hey, what's up, everyone? Tigos here. I'm just here to talk to you about AFK farming. That's right, I said it. AFK grinding. Um, Now you're thinking of, oh, that book. No, no, no. This is actually a really good method. The reason why I say this is a really good method of AFK grinding, and this has to do with the Tamer only at the moment. Um, is because she has an ability called roaring with her pet, and it's really cool. I don't know how to explain it, but it basically creates a vortex around you. Um, and if I were to do it, that's what it would look like. However, but when you combine that with a horse, you're able to move with the attack, and it's actually really cool because you just become a whirlwind vortex that just sucks everything in and blows everything up, and you're just like a living tornado, like a lawnmower, just mowing enemies down. And I'm going to be showing you clips in a moment, but let's get into the setup. Just this is the only skill you need right here is just roaring. After that, you can just start putting inputs into everything. I went from 900 skill points to about 1100 in about 2 or 3 days. That's how fast I was just grinding, just killing enemies, and that's just how fast I was getting everything. But anyway, basically, you're gonna want to get stirrups for your stirrups, at least a minimum of stirrups for your horse. And when you get stirrups for your horse, it allows you to attack on your horse. Now, and it lets you use also abilities. Now, the AFK part is pretty simple actually. You're gonna want to uh, hold down the three buttons and just keep whirlwinding left and right. Now you're gonna think to yourself like you're just gonna spin around, and the reason why you want to spin around or move around is because so you don't get hit. So they when the horse aggroes enemies, you don't get hit right away, and you have a better chance of surviving and stuff, yada yada yada. Anyway, you're just gonna want to make sure that you have something to hold down the keys, whether it be probably a third-party source that might micro it, but I wouldn't recommend that because that's really cheating in a way. However, I use a cup to hold down three keys. I rekeybind my key to a different key and put them all on a certain site. On a certain set, and then I just have something really heavy holding down my keyboard, and this is all it does. Really, just runs around in a circle, just over and over and over. When they spawn every minute, when they start spawning, I get a lot of loot. Not only does your pets pick up everything, and this is also going to determine how fast your pets pick up. Because if your pets don't pick up that very fast, you're going to be like, oh well, I'm not making much money, AFK grinding. Well, because it just has to really rely more on your pets, and more your pets. I would minimum 5 level 10s. Then you can pretty much pick everything up because you'd be kill around anywhere between 10 to 25 enemies a minute. Times that by 60, that's a lot of enemies. That's around over 600 enemies an hour, and you're just constantly killing the same enemies over and over and over and over, which gives you a chance to drop up a bunch of items. This is what I've got just from running through enemies that you're gonna see in the clips in just a moment. But anyway, setup is basically you're gonna wanna get a two-piece. You're gonna wanna. I use Gruntle. I use the Gruntle piece, just the one single Gruntle piece, just because it has the two abundant slots. I was gonna go for a third, get the three-piece, but I decided just to try Gruntle. And then you're gonna want the Renaissance crystals in there. And then for your weapon, you're gonna want recovery MP. You're gonna want the extraction crystal. If you're farming the way, if you're AFK farming, you're gonna wanna use the duo. You want to try to get any higher Elisha necklace, because any higher Elisha necklace you can recover faster, and you want to recover your MP pretty fast when you're AFK farming, because you're not going to be using pots for this method. But this method is really helpful because this is all I grabbed in like minutes of just farming. Um, and imagine if you just sell all this stuff, you can make a lot of money. And I usually try to AFK grind in the Trent Forest, so this way I can have a chance of getting one of these. I've gotten two in a week, however, which is a very lucky drop on top of the money. Um, It's very, very, very rare item that drops. Some have better RNG. I have zero. I have zero. I don't have any level nodes in there. I hear people that have higher nodes have like a really good chance of getting this, but I'm not really sure. I'm not here to really try that. But I like leveling. I mean, I like AFK grinding in other places. Rudums is my favorite right now because they drop every type of gear possible, and I can come back every hour and my inventory will be full pretty much every hour, and I can literally just go to any vendor, sell them all, and you don't have to worry about weight limit because weight limit holds you down. However, when you're farming when you're AFK grinding on a horse, you don't have to worry about that weight limit. Now, granted, granted, when I AFK grind, I have to worry about PKers because I am level 50 and above. Now, if I were you, I would get if you're just doing this for money, you don't want experience, and you're not a tamer maid, I would suggest making, if you're gonna make a tamer, if you want to try it, make a tamer that is level 49 plus 9999, and just try this method, just AFK grinding, far off somewhere like I would say either Rotums or Trent, Orc, over here too, the Primal Giant Post, Sunnels, but you don't want to grind anywhere there's water or high cliffs, because you can fall off the cliff and your horse will die, or or you run into water and then your character is just sitting there floating in water, making circles. But overall, I mean, I tried AFK grinding over here, some other places here. It works. However, you need to be really high geared and make sure you have a really good horse. The higher gear you are, the faster you will kill the enemies. I'm going to be showing you clips in a second. But overall, the setup is pretty simple, and you pretty much just run around in a circle for AFK grinding. But if you want to do lazy grinding, I call it lazy grinding. You're just going to run through enemies, plowing through them like a lawnmower, and you're just running them over. And it's actually a really cool grinding method because I'm just tired of just running to an enemy, and then I have to like just running an enemy, using that couple skills, running to another enemy, couple skills, running to another enemy's couple skills. When this literally just plows right through them, and I can't even keep up sometimes because I run into things and I'm just like, oh shit, I ran into like trees, bushes, I get stuck on places and stuff like that. Now, you should find you gotta really, for this you're gonna have to really for this you're gonna have to really think about where you're grinding, because like I said, you have PKers to run into stuff, and then you get trapped, and then all of a sudden you got a whole bunch of enemies coming in, trying to kill you. They'll attack you, attack your horse, kill your horse, and then kill you. For AFK grinding for higher places, you're gonna want to try to like AFK grind every like 30 minutes, or like check back every 30 to 45 minutes to an hour. And then on top of that, you're gonna want to get special. You're gonna want fresh fruit of salad, which also increases your MP recovery. On top of that, so you're gonna have a lot of recovery time. I couldn't find any earrings, but I'm not that BDO. I don't have a lot of BDO knowledge on BDO itself. So I mean, this is just a concept that you might be able to implement, try to maybe make it better, or worse. I'm not really sure how you would do it. I did Hex Cemetery one night, and I actually ended up with probably witch earrings one night, which was really really lucky. And it sells for 30 mil, so I got that one night, but I didn't actually sell it. I decided to keep it because I accidentally trashed my duo witch earrings. So but yeah, every other place you can grind and AFK grind. I wouldn't recommend anywhere also has high elites if you're worried about dying, because like I said, if you can't one-shot the elites will kill you, such as the orcs. The ogre ring, the ogre in the Mancha Forest, or I think it's Titans in the forest all the way down here. I don't remember the name for them. In the Long Tree Village, I don't know what they're called. Cyclops. Yeah, there you go, the Cyclops. Also, I would recommend other things such as Alright, so anyway, yeah, I would recommend staying in Dia for AFK grinding. You can AFK grind in Valencia or Medea if you, I would say Belano, Serendia, and Calpheon territories. You want to AFK grind here, and then for like plowing through enemies that are just simple, less tedious way of grinding would be in Medea and Valencia, because I will show you some some clips in me just grinding in Medea. I don't have any clips grinding in a Valencia because I don't really think it's necessarily worth it. I mean, you might be able to grind faster just by getting off your horse. However, but overall, it's just a really cool method that I would want to share. I couldn't find any other simple way of grinding because the whole running to enemies and doing that whole thing just got really tiring after a while, and I was doing it so slow. My money was just tedious. Now with this method, I'm just, like I said, I'm just mowing enemies over and collecting a lot of loot, and actually my experience has increased pretty significantly. I was able to go from level 56 to 57 in 2 days, um, and then 57 to 58 in about 4 days. Um, I literally just got my 58 the other day, but this is a couple. This is like a couple weeks of back texting, AFK grinding. Um, but you're not gonna get a whole lot of experience depending on where you're grinding, and if you have any questions, feel free to catch my stream on Twitch every night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might start a little late sometimes, but other than that, yeah, just feel free to hit that smash button if you like the video.